Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode 16. That's 1-6 of Unedited. I'm your host, Patrick, and as always, I'm joined by my co host, Alex. You know him, you love him, the V Man. All right. How you doing?
You hate that you said that, don't you?
I actually despise it. I feel like an 80s radio guy. God. It felt disgusting. It felt like, it just felt like
Do you,
I'd done something despicable.
do you feel dirt after saying that?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I feel like I need to go to church
I mean,
and
I
get.
don't think it's that dirty. I think a shower will suffice.
Yeah, you're right. Getting fondled by a priest won't do me any good. That'll just cause more problems. Um,
Whoa! That's some of the wacky, uh, off the cuff stuff you'll get exclusively here on Unedited.
I mean, I guess including words like "coof." Um,
Is
that's a
coof,
nice word.
is coof a word?
No, but for all you listeners, you can take that word and you can put it in your front pocket. That's yours now. You can have that. Um, so we want to welcome all of the new listeners first and foremost. We have sponsorship that plays throughout our episodes now. I guess we're big time. No, we're not. We're still the same people that are going to say what we want to say. For instance, coof. And for my first talking point, the night, because it is nighttime, people. If you're laying in bed, we're right there with you. I mean, we're not in bed, but we're definitely winding down.
Yeah, I'm totally
My
not.
first Alex might be in bed. I respect you. I sit up straight while I do this podcast.
I'll be honest real quick before you go on.
Yeah.
Every single podcast has been done laying down. Oh, nope. That's a lie. The last episode 15 was done sitting in a chair.
I like it when you sit in a chair. It's better.
Yeah, that episode was really good. Maybe I should go sit in the chair.
You know what's funny is this whole time I've had a tone that must make people think I'm mad at you. Like I've had this irritated the next thing is blue 42. Yeah. No, I'm not really upset. I was just being monotone. Anyways, my first topic, the night, before I was rudely interrupted. I'm sorry for blowing out your ears, guys. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to ask a general question because that's usually how our topics start. Have you ever had a daydream? Something you knew was absolutely preposterous, but you thought, that's kind of funny. So you thought of it anyway, like a gift from your own brain. I guess that's what I'm curious. Have you ever had a daydream? And I don't mean like sexual fantasy or anything like that, but a daydream, just something weird and obscure.
Now, when you say daydream, do you mean an actual kind of continuous fantasy, like thought continuation, like while you're in the middle of doing something, or do you mean like zoning out, like in a trance, daydreaming?
I'd say a combination of the two.
Because yes, the longest daydream I've had was at work while working. I would say a good 25 minutes while working, while talking to people, and getting stuff done. And I think it was about something like what I do with my daydreams and stuff along that nature is I like to rewrite the past in my brain and just think about what I could have done, what I could have said, and the whole shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff. And but I go one step further. I don't just say like, "Oh, I wish I would have told that chick that I liked her." It's not like that. Like, "Oh, cool, I said it." Now that situation's taken care of. I imagine what would continue on from that thought
Hmm.
up as far as my brain, as far as my attention span for that thought will go. So I could
Oh,
go as far as marriage in my head.
oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, I'm probably a psychopath. But
Yeah, no, and I get that.
that's just an example. Like, if you go to the casino and think, "Oh, I should have rolled black," you know, I will think like if I ran black, if that's the right terminology, if I if I if I if I bet it all if I bet it all on black, I will think, what?
Nothing, nothing. If the listeners caught it, that's all that matters.
Oh, I get it.
If you run black, you always lose.
Anyway, uh,
That's horrible. I mean, man, that's so fucking horrible. I'm sorry, guys. That was a very yeah, but it sounded what?
topical. It's topical.
Yeah, like ointment.
But to end my thought, like I will think, oh, if I bet it all on black, you know, here's what would have happened if I bet it all on black. I would have won. I would have checked out with all the money. I would have gone to the bank. I would have, 2 months from then, quit my job, bought a car, given everyone $1,000, and then I would have met someone at a fancy party or a crazy party. I would have done drugs. I will go 25 minutes thinking on that thought, just how I stem from that moment and continued on. Like, yeah, I could, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel pretty silly when you hear what my daydream was. The one that prompted me
Probably.
to make this talking point. Huh?
I said probably, yeah.
I had a daydream. I was working at the liquor store, and I had a daydream. Actually, it's better to frame the story first. I had three women that were probably older than 60 or 70 come into the liquor store all together with their purses and everything. And I thought, what if this is like a band of old lady thieves that's been together for many, many years and they're like infamous and they go from town to town swiping all the stuff that they can. And they've been doing this for so many years and they're getting ready to retire. And they're all having private jokes and laughing to each other about the last big job. And that's a daydream. That was a daydream I had, like a legitimate one. The old lady crooks. That was the infamous old lady crooks.
Well, you're right. I do feel silly now.
Yeah, because that was my daydream. And of course, I have like positive ones about my life and things that could have happened and things that could happen provided I did certain things. But no, that was the daydream that I had. And I thought to myself, that's a dumb thought, Patrick. You're having a very dumb thought. But those ladies could actually steal, so keep an eye on them.
I have similar stuff like that, but it's a little more negative.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of me at work walking outside to do the trash and I get hit by a bus.
I mean, oh,
But what but it's not just, oh, I just got hit by a bus, now I'm dead. I will think about what it's like to get hit by a bus and like how much that would hurt. And
and what would happen afterward? You wouldn't be able to drive. You'd be bedridden, that kind of thing.
and I would think, would my company like help me? Like, I have insurance and union and all that, but how far would they go? Because I was on the clock, and I walked outside and I did everything right. This renegade bus just decided to hit me and cripple me, let's just say it crippled me, and I have no use of my legs, would they put me on a different department? Would they put me in an office? Or would they just
put price tags on oranges now? That's all you do.
Yeah. Would they do something like that? Or would they be like, well, we're going to give you 2-3 months compensation, and after that, you still have they probably wouldn't fire you because they couldn't for that. But they would say after that you're on your own until you're able to work again. I could see a place doing that.
Well, you'd be on disability for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, state assistance. Anyways, yeah. They probably they would probably take care of you if it happened on the clock, but I think there's specific rules about whether or not it happens on the property.
Can I just say something that you just did that bugged the hell out of me?
What's that?
You said anyways, and then you carried on the conversation. What the fuck was that? Do you know how, I said again. You said anyways as a transition, but you didn't transition. You just said a thing.
I'm still feeling gross from the very first thing I said. So much shame and regret. Okay.
Anywhooser.
Anywho. Okay. On to the next. You have a talking point? Oh, okay. Alex, everybody. Get out your calculators. Alex has a talking point.
It's rare
I want you to add up the number of times he says like. What's your talking point?
Dude, okay, I have 3 things to say now. 1, it's so hard for me to speak on this podcast without saying and like. I say that so often, and that's why I hesitate to speak. I'm trying to think of new things to say other than those phrases, but I'm actually a 16-year-old girl.
You could say anyways.
Anyways. I just realized what you did. Anyway, the second thing I want to say is if you by chance are following us on the YouTube, first off, give us a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for making this far into an episode.
Gross.
I have to.
Uh-huh.
But if that's another one. But if you're following us on the YouTubes, we haven't uploaded the most recent episode. I just uploaded 11 and 12. We got a little behind on that, but I downloaded the episodes, and I gotta say, hold on. This is good. I'm circling this around. Trust me. I gotta say, I didn't realize how much work Patrick actually did.
Oh, thank you.
Because I thought, okay, I'll just download the audio, put it into the thing, and upload it to YouTube. No, I didn't realize that I should probably listen to the friggin' podcast again. Which, I don't know if any of you guys have ever listened to a phone call before. But, I don't mean that podcast, whatever, that's what you're doing. I mean, imagine talking on the phone with someone for an hour and a half, and I know Patrick did this. Imagine doing that and then listening to that exact same conversation again immediately after. Your brain will turn to mush. And I only say that because what Patrick does is he will put 3 little subtitles in the thumbnail corresponding to what's spoken in the episode. And let me tell you, you can't skim it. You can't skim through our episodes because we pause a lot. And I'm sure if I listen to myself now, I'm going to forget what I was talking about. So I actually have to listen and find certain key talking points and try to come up with a title for that. And it sounds like that's pretty easy. Just do that. No, it's a little bit annoying. So I just wanted to spend these last however this felt like forever. Thank you, Patrick, for all your hard work. It's
I just have one thing to say.
yeah.
It's about time you did some fucking work.
Yeah.
I built this from the ground up. You can hear it in my anchor ad. The sweat on my brow.
He really I'm gonna give Patrick some credit right now. He really did. And there's a couple episodes where I was into it, but then I had a whole personal matter that just dropped me out of it, and I didn't want to
broke up with his best friend's wife.
Well, this is called Unedited. Never been a time I wish I could edit a thing out. Wow.
It's important. Happened. It's important that you know about polygamy, guys. It's okay.
But that happened. Yes, we'll elaborate on that in a future episode. Not right now. I'm still.
What was your third thing?
Well, let me finish my thought.
Sorry.
I'm just saying that Patrick has literally built this from the ground up. I helped a little bit here and there when it comes to being the other person to talk to. But
yeah, that helps.
But now that I'm kind of into this and I'm seeing that we are getting some listeners, again, Thank you. Some traction. And I kind of want to take this seriously. So, Patrick, thank you. I said my piece on that.
Okay.
And now the third thing, well, I also have another topic, but for later. My third thing is, this morning, no, it was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, I think I achieved forgiveness on a small social scale, on a small situation. And I don't think I've ever really managed to achieve this sort of forgiveness. Let me I work at a fueling station. That's fancy for gas station. And if you swipe your credit card or whatever at the pump, majority of the time your bank will do a hold on your card. And it sucks because for every bank, for every station, for every place, it's different. I've seen cards hold up to $10, and I've seen cards hold up to $200. It's random. It's a stupid security protocol thing, but it happens. And fun fact, you can avoid that just by paying inside. I'm spreading the word. Anyway, so this guy is at a pump. He swipes his card 2 or 3 times, and it's not working. He comes inside, and it turns out he tries paying inside. The card says, I can't think of the phrase, but it says there's nothing on the card. I can't think of the phrase. I'm drawing a blank. But he goes, I should have $50 on there. And it turns out the hold, even the thing that sucks about these I'm ranting. I'm gonna get to the point. The hold held $50 even though he didn't pump any gas. And that is a very unfortunate thing that I personally have no control over. It's just a random thing that the machine does. But gentlemen, I know you're getting bored. I'm getting to the point. This gentleman uh, doesn't hear that. He hears I took $50 from him. So he starts screaming at me, no, you fucking give me my fucking money. I need to get fucking gas. And I'm like, I can't do it. There's nothing I can do. And I can't just give you $50 out of my till. You're going to get that money back. It's just, it could take, 4 hours. It could take, and he's like, 4 hours. I'm not fucking waiting 4 hours. Motherfucker, I'm fucking, I fucking am tired of this shit. And, he goes off on me, and I am like, my hands are shaking because I want to say a bunch of stuff, but I can't. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. And he storms the fuck off. And my coworker's like, all right, go outside, vape or whatever if you need to. And I'm like, I'm fine, whatever, I'm fine. And getting to the point now. This guy comes back in after Brenda.
What is this? All right.
Throwback to episode 15.
I'm sorry, Alex. What were you saying?
This guy.
All right. That's right.
You got it.
Go ahead.
That was the longest you've gone without speaking. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Comes back in again after about 15, 20 minutes, and I see him come in, and again I'm like, okay, he's gonna say something, and you know what he did?
What's that?
Comes up.
Apologize?
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Story. So
No. I got to the point, Alex.
It's not too often I have a talking point, so I have to paint the picture. So
okay, Michelangelo.
But he was very sincere in his apology. He didn't tell me his life story, but he said, I had a rough couple of days. I understand the whole thing because I read the sign outside at the pump and I called my bank. I understand it's not you, blah, blah, blah. I apologize for raising my voice. It was not your fault. Have a good day. And I've had people apologize. I've had customers apologize for stuff like that before, but I would still be like making a fist and like, fuck you anyway, you piece of shit. I fucking hate you, you piece of shit. But, once he left, I was muttering under my breath, like a normal person. I said, at least he said sorry. At least he said sorry. At least he said sorry. And I kept saying that. And it turned from at least he said sorry to saying he said sorry. He said sorry. And like my blood pressure went down. Everything kind of leveled out. And I realized I forgave this random guy. And I genuinely did. My question to you after 10 minutes.
It seemed like that was going to be deeper than it was.
That is kind of deep.
Hey, this fucking guy yelled at me at work, and then he came back and apologized. End of story.
No, that is deeper. The point I'm getting at is usually when stuff like that happens, I still fester anger over it. I can think of like 4 or 5 different scenarios where a similar thing happened. The person would come back and apologize, and thinking back on it, I know it's sincere, but I still think, fuck you. Fuck you. You're I hope you
get what's your question, Alex?
Have you been able to recently forgive someone for a small thing like that?
One time, this lady. One time, this old lady came in and brought a bunch of dirty change she'd found in a garden. And she said that she wanted to exchange this change, and she probably had about $8 in change. She wanted to exchange this change for clean, shiny change. quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies. And I work in a financial institution. Sometimes we get a lot of people in there, and this is the equivalent of buying 20 lottery tickets, scratching them at the counter, turning them in, buying more lottery tickets without leaving the counter. in your field, Alex. But yes, I first have to count all the money, verify it's all there, and then I have to put her dirty change into my coin tray.
And it's filthy, isn't it?
It's oxidized, it's dirty, it's green, it's all the different colors, red, gross. There's dirt on them.
Do you get the coins that you can't tell if it's like a penny or a dime or
yes? But the point of the story is, I'm thinking, why is she doing this to me right now? This is so dumb. It's money, okay? Why do I have to do this? We shouldn't accept loose change. I'm thinking. And, but she's the sweetest lady, she's doing a good thing for a homeless man who every day when he goes into church, he leaves a coin in this garden. So it's like, I'm just going to replace all those dirty coins he's been dropping in the garden, put them in a box and leave them there so he can find the box when he goes to put another coin down. I'm like, cool, noble cause, but guess what? It's stressful. It's a stressful job, right? There are other customers that are waiting, and she's just sitting here, like, taking her time, like she's the only person in the world. That's fine. So I was pretty irritated with her to think that, she thought that, all the attention should be on me. I get customer service. I had to be nice to her and all that, and I get the cause. It's great, right? Fantastic. I didn't forgive her for a while. But today she showed up in a wheelchair. And I thought, well, I forgive you for that other shit. But you deserve to be in the wheelchair.
Now my question.
I'm kidding. No, I didn't say that. And I don't think she deserves to be in a wheelchair. I'm just saying that she definitely was very entitled and rude about it. That's the reason why I was so edgy, because I'm like, really? You don't realize that this is ridiculous? If you don't at least acknowledge that this is ridiculous, then I can't get along with you. You know what I mean? Like, she was acting like it was like the most normal thing in the world to do, just giving me a bunch of dirty change. I'm like, this never happens. This isn't normal.
Now,
anyways, what's your question?
My question is, when you said I forgive you for the other stuff, now was that genuine, or were you kind of just saying that in your brain, like, yep, I forgive you?
No, this
conversation now is forgiveness.
The actual thought that I had, are you leaving yourself a marker?
What?
You're a cheater, Alex. No,
what? No.
The actual thought I had when the nurse rolled her into the bank was, wow, you're a lot less mean down there. You don't quite have a leg to stand on, do you? No. I didn't actually think that, but in essence, that's kind of how I felt. I was like, she really doesn't have the time to be hanging around here. She's in a wheelchair, so at least she'll be quick about it.
Is the word cynical that comes to mind, or no?
Cynical? Cynical is like a negative outlook. I don't know if that's negative. I kind of thought, like, functionally it's good because she has other places to be. She's in a wheelchair.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Maybe that sounds so horrible. I'm not going to backpedal. I own what I said, but she was really rude, people. She was like one of those people, and she's not like permanently in the wheelchair. She just got surgery done on her leg. To clarify, she just had some surgery done on her knee. I don't know. They put a piece of metal in there or something.
I think it would be funnier if she had polio.
That's okay. So what Alex said was worse than mine. 10 out of 10. Um,
No, I think it'd be funnier if she had polio, just so you can feel worse.
I don't feel bad. Do you know how many people there are? If you feel bad for what you say to one person, you're out of your mind. There's 7 billion people, 5.7 billion people. All right, Todd. I'm sorry. I called you a dick. I feel bad. You're one person. You're one Todd of many Todds in all the world. Anyways,
there's something off about that. I don't think you understand the connotation of what you're just saying.
What was I just saying?
I think you inadvertently said that the feelings of one person doesn't matter.
Maybe I meant it. Maybe I meant it. Maybe I meant it on some sick, disassociated level that one person's emotions don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, on the grand scale, before I know what you're going to say, on a grand scale, no, one person's feelings don't matter. But
how do you know what I'm going to say? Are we on the same level again?
Yeah.
Are we really?
Yeah, because I know you're going to try to say the one scripted thing we got to say, because we're reaching that point. But
oh no! I was going to say the one person's feelings that mattered were Hitler's.
You know, let's just end on that. Let's just
no, because he caused millions of people to die, and that seems like he made a dent. his emotions mattered. He caused the deaths of millions of people, and that's not a joke, people. That's actually real fucking history. So I guess in essence, the emotions of one person matter, but very seldomly.
Oh God.
That's so horrible. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. If there's weight behind what they can do when they're upset, then it kind of matters. Like, for instance, that dude is causing problems right now. We need to get that dude the fuck out. All right. Or at least straighten him out a little bit, because we don't need people working without pay. That's so stupid. All right. And it's un-American, really. It's unconstitutional to have people working without pay. That's fucking slavery, guys.
I agree.
Government workers right now are practically enslaved by this government shutdown. It's stupid. And the government workers that got paid during the shutdown are told they can't even spend the money they got because, well, it might be taken back from them because the government was technically shut down. Like, that's retarded. In the most pure sense of the word. I would never say that in regards to a person, but a situation, most definitely. And guys, I don't think Hitler did the right thing. I think he's a fucking jackass. Anyways.
All right.
I had to clarify. I'm not going to backpedal, but I have to say, for clarification purposes, I don't support any of that bullshit.
Me too.
You do?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay.
With what you said. All right. Well, we got the one scripted line to do.
Alex.
What?
Hey.
What?
What do you call this?
What?
Clip, clop, bang.
What?
An Amish drive-by.
What?
An Amish drive-by.
I hate you.
Clip, clop, bang. All right, I thought that was funny. All right, now a word from our sponsors, which are coincidentally us talking.
And we're back.
I was going to say it, Alex.
I know. I wanted to piss you off. So I wanted everyone to know something. I want everyone to... Patrick, shut up. I want to fill everyone in on some backstage secrets, okay? Because I'm still fuming. Okay. So before our sponsorship by one of us, I was going to make a joke about, hey, Patrick, you should make a scripted line. But conveniently, the Anchor app kind of crapped out on us, probably because of my Wi-Fi signal. But whatever, it worked out. You heard the sponsor, one of us. It was cool. And I know, I'm talking long.
Sponsorship message.
Sponsorship message. And I talked to Patrick about that in between our break, and he goes, because I tell him that. I say, oh, yeah, I was trying to say this. And he's like, oh, I don't like that. And I'm like, oh, you don't like that. Well, I don't really like you talking about the fact that I had a relationship and it's over.
So you're censoring yourself now? You're not going to say what you said off record because you don't want to bring it up again? That's really weird. You can't complain about something if you're not willing to say it. You guys remember what I said? Come on.
No, I actually don't. I don't remember exactly what you said, but it still makes me mad. I don't remember exactly what I said. What did I say?
You're over there. You're over there like fucking Democrats. You're mad and you don't even know why. Anyways.
No, I'm mad. Like, no. He's like, dude, your story sucked. And I'm like, I'm painting a picture. And he calls me Michelangelo. And I'm like, oh, your fucking story about 3 elderly ladies bank robbing people. Like,
they weren't bank robbers. They were like petty thieves.
Oh, petty thieves. Like, that's even more interesting.
It's like they get together once a year and they go steal stuff. That was my imagination. Yeah.
What do they steal? Potpourri? Candles?
Liquor and like food, stuff from like the pharmacy, you know.
Fucking fabric softener?
I mean, other people's grandchildren, maybe.
That's kidnapping.
I'm your grandma now.
Now that would be a good movie.
Like a grandma that kidnaps other people's kids and like pretends to be their grandma until eventually they die via martution by proxy.
Those were a lot of words I don't know, but I think it would be interesting.
Google it.
If a grandma or an elderly person was kidnapping children, and like I can see the scene now. It'd be kind of like Glass or something, where she just has a bunch of kids in the basement, and she's like, "We're gonna play Scrabble now," and they're all like, "No!"
The question is, how could an old woman be strong enough to kidnap?
Fucking guns
and cold enough to kill. How could a grandma be that way? It just couldn't happen. They loved too much. They would make cookies, and they would hit them with the shoelaces.
They lure you in with the cookies, then they put the Glock to your face and say, "I'm your grandma now, bitch," and you just get in the van.
They lure you. I'd fall for it. 10 out of 10.
Anyway, do you want to start the next talking point, or should I? Because I don't know. Mine's another long story.
It depends. What's in your story?
This one's actually shorter because this is only a Facebook post that I saw.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, Alex. I support you in your contributions. So, go ahead.
Well, what? I will try to make this as quick to the point as possible.
Alex, just throw in a couple woo, like woo, woo, like just do like Kanye. Just do like Kanye. So when it gets like dull, you can just go woo, and then look at the camera.
I'll try my best. So for a second, I saw people kind of blowing up on a local thing. Okay, this is a music story. There's a local Battle of the Bands thing going on. And apparently this band went up and played without a drummer. But there was drums there, like on a backing track, but they played without a drummer. And there was judges there because it's a Battle of the Bands. Don't fucking yawn audibly.
No. I was sighing because I'm trying so hard not to sabotage your story. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's interesting because I have 2 points to the story. And so there's judges there. They play without a drummer. And after they perform, they get judged. And one of the judges make a quip about, "Hey, so what happened to your drummer? Did he die or something?" And yeah,
He'd actually died.
yeah. Apparently, this band had a drummer, and they were gonna play, and the drummer died like a month prior, 2 months prior,
And they figured it
and
out that quick.
yeah, which was a little bit weird, admittedly, but
It's impressive though that they could still endure, I guess is the word. And they didn't just get another drummer or start a new band like some people I know.
I hate you. And but what's interesting is everyone's calling the judge an asshole, but I'm trying to see this story from I'm playing devil's advocate in my mind. When you go see a battle of the bands, that kind of event, you're there for the music and the energy and the quality of the songs, you know. But and one of the main factors of seeing a band is a drummer. And they were playing to a track. And that track is going to be flawless. Now, what I'm getting at is, yeah, what the guy said was kind of poorly timed and just ill thought out, I guess, because, I would have said something along the lines of, "Did something happen to your drummer, or why is this?" And, because they announced, like, "Yeah, he died, but we wanted to still make music. So thanks for kind of being an asshole about it." That's what they said. And but as a judge, I'm gonna factor that performance and say, you guys kind of had a leg up. You guys had a machine drum, and yeah, it sounded good, but eh. So yeah, go on.
I was gonna say I would say something along the lines of no drummer, huh? That's what I would have said.
Yeah. Just to start that dialogue, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, he died and we wanted to still play a show." And then as a judge, I would have said something along the lines of, "Okay, I admire that, but you guys still played without a drummer, and that's kind of awkward, and any other show that would be interesting and cool, but for a battle of the bands, you're not a full band. You're just three guys and a guy screaming into a microphone. And that's not cool." I would have said something like that because I wouldn't have gone to see that show. And that's just me being honest. I would think that's kind of cheating. And I know people would call me an asshole for that, but no, that's me being honest. It's
Okay.
one step away from having, get backing vocals and backing guitars, and just lip syncing.
Yeah. I want to say really quickly. Earlier, I was being an extreme nihilist. People's feelings matter. Your feelings matter, and Hitler was a major asshole. Nobody likes him. So, just to scrub that joke, it was stupid. And that old lady in the wheelchair is pretty sweet. She's a nice lady, but she did get on my nerves. Is that everything, Brenda? I don't know what to say. Okay. Anyways,
I'm getting the vibe you don't like my talking points.
no. I like your talking points. I wouldn't do this podcast with anybody else because they haven't returned my calls. That was tongue in cheek. That was very tongue in cheek. I'm kidding. No, Alex, I truly would not do this podcast with anybody else because you're the only one that gets me, and of course anybody that's listening gets me as well.
And Brenda.
And Brenda. Well, no, she's learning, but she's not she's not all there.
But
yeah,
that was
situation.
that was just an interesting thing, and that's me playing devil's advocate.
How would you react to like a Gorillaz concert?
I wouldn't go. to be honest.
But they don't. I mean, I'm sure they do actually have a drummer, don't they?
No, they have a full live band.
Yeah, but uh, say you just
And
had like an image of a drummer, and it was like or whatever drummers play, and it was like on a screen, you know,
right.
in the place of where a drummer would be.
Like a
True
hologram.
life style, like a hologram, except not a hologram because I don't live in this century. Go away.
Well, I just if like I said, if it were any other situation, it's a passable thing because you're there just for the music. But you're entering a battle of the bands.
Oh, a contest standpoint. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it's you're there to perform and to outperform the other bands. And now okay, let's hear this. Hear me out on this. Let's say the drummer didn't die or whatever, and it was a lead guitarist, and the band was a shredding band, like every song had a guitar solo that was, you know, comfortably numb, or, just really beautiful shit.
Yeah.
But the lead guitarist passes away. And again, same situation, battle of the bands, but they just have his uh track playing. So they're still playing, but you just hear this guitar solo. Now, you can't see the guitar solo, but you just see these guys playing and you hear a guitar solo coming out of somewhere. Now, isn't that a
Yeah.
little bit weird? A little bit like we should be looking at something or
I'm remarkably fixated on the fact that you started what you were saying by saying, "Hear this," and then proceeded to talk about
hear
your
this
example.
good sir.
With thine eyes and ears. Anyways,
Like just
uh,
like imagine seeing like Stone Sour or I'm trying to think of something you would like. And like, he doesn't sing the chorus and it's a backing track.
yeah, that would be disappointing.
Yeah. And, I mean, would it hinder like the fun of the night? No, but it would be enough to go, "Oh, that's a little bit weird. I'm not into that." And as a judge, I would say that, like, "Oh, good on you for performing without your drummer. Too bad it kind of is weird to look at and is not fun." So,
I want
yeah,
to talk
that's
about something kind of cool.
well, we talked about Hitler. We talked about me dating my best friend's wife, um, which I'm
Yeah.
still mad that you brought up.
Okay. No, I wanted to talk about
Still mad.
like, yeah. So, Alex, you might be able to understand this. You were talking about how you get frustrated and agitated, with customers and stuff.
Yep,
Um, do you ever wonder, like, am I crazy?
totally.
No, I mean, like genuinely, am I crazy? Like you start having those questioning your own sanity. Um, I was doing that earlier in the morning. I was thinking, am I out of my mind for these thoughts? Or is this normal? I was just having these, like, I get fixated or I overthink things to the point of like I'm going through them, I'm picking through, I'm sorting through, I'm filing through in my head, you know, kind of almost neurotically, I would say. But I ask myself, is this insanity, or is it that I'm so I'm I'm so sane and this world is just so crazy that when I try to make sense of it, it just sends me in circles. And this is what I like to call, or what I've read, is the Joker theory. The Joker isn't crazy. He's so sane that it makes him want to fuck shit up. Yeah. Or did you just bark?
What?
anyways, no. What do you think about that? I mean,
Whoop.
do you do you have any thoughts on that, Alex?
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. Like my dick suck. I'll buy you a new truck. I'll buy you that nip tuck. Well,
Um,
I think um
I think in
not
fact you told me this before. Actually, you were like, you said something like, I don't, I you said something to me about how I'm the normal one,
yeah, I
or
did.
something to that effect.
I said generally you are, believe it or not, probably very normal, or at least you have a normal mindset, but it's the world that can't handle you.
You'd said something to that effect. I don't know if you were being supportive, or you genuinely meant something along those lines. But that's what I'm asking. That's the question I'm posing. Do you think that? I mean, obviously there are crazy people, but do you think sometimes the issue is just that they know too much, or they think too? Or, what am I trying to say? They struggle so hard to try to understand something that's incomprehensible. That's a better way to put it.
I'll be honest, I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, okay. If you don't know how to answer, just say titty or yell titties or yell at your secretary. Anyways, next order of business.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Totally. Speaking of Spider-Man, the new trailer dropped. Did anyone see it? Comment below. Let us know.
Don't do that.
Fist bump. PewDiePie.
Mountain Dew.
Doritos.
Alex did an oopsie. I did an oopsie. We all did an oopsie. In the words of fuck PewDiePie. God. Swedish people. Swedish people. Swedish people. All right. If you're listening to this, you guys, and don't hate us, oh my God, God bless you. Or whatever entity you believe in, bless you. If you don't believe in anything, gesundheit. Okay, I've got a question, Alex, pertaining to the Facebook thing. Have you ever been that guy who sees an attractive female in your, and in this, I guess this is to all of you as well, the people listening. Have you ever been that guy or girl that sees a picture of an attractive person and then adds them in the suggested friends? Like you see the suggested friends and you're like, oh, just going to go check to see if they're single. All right, add. Have you ever done that?
Yep. And I've been promptly blocked.
Really? You got blocked?
Yep.
Oh. I may have too.
Like, I like, like, yeah, like, like, yeah, like, but,
I've gotten, I don't know if I've gotten added or not. I couldn't tell you to be sure, but I know I've done that before where I've like looked into it and then I say like too. It's a common theme. I'm getting it from you. I got it from you.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, I saw. Thank you for correcting the reference. I saw a picture of an attractive lady. Pulled up her profile, saw single. I was like, okay, bet. And then I added her. But the thing about me is, I get this momentary infatuation. I'll see this person, I'll add them, and then I'll go on with my day, never checking to see if they added me back. But yeah, I've been that guy. And it sounds to me like you've been that guy, Alex. And even ladies out there, you've probably been that guy. In the terms that I'm saying. And it's not like you're sliding in the DMs or anything. You're just kind of like an attractive person, like or add, But that was just something I wanted to bring up.
We live in a climate. We live in a climate where you can't even really do that anymore, and that Admittedly it's a weird thing
Yeah.
because we're two guys outwardly admitting that we're basically judging a book by its cover. This person's
No,
attractive. I mean, in a weird way, we are.
I'm just saying, like, what if, I could get used. See, now listen to me. I'm saying it. I've gotten the curse. I am like, what if this person is cool, as cool as they look, and they know so and so maybe I'll meet them someday. You know?
Yeah, I.
They know Bill. Maybe I'll be hanging out with Bill, and then Teresa will show up, and Teresa is cute, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of unrealistic expectations, but maybe you don't. Like I'd said, I didn't have any expectations. Like I'll say, okay, yeah, she's cute. Add her, even if she lives in California, I'll add her, and then I'll completely forget I did it on a realistic level. You must have known you got blocked by checking.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Because I'm a stalker.
You're a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. You like we caught that.
Well, it'll be the same thing.
You
like
said
you
that
said,
with
like,
such conviction.
I
Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm a stalker with so much certainty. Oh my god, dude.
well, I'm not a stalker in the popular sense of the term. I'm a Facebook stalker.
I think everybody is. Most
Yeah.
people.
So like I will see, like you said, an attractive chick with like 3 or 4 mutual friends, and I have added her, and then I'll like remember her first name or something, and like maybe the first few letters of the last name. No, I remember the entire name, and I'll go in my search bar and nothing pops up,
Oh.
and that's a general sign that they've blocked you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say anything negative about that because they don't know me. They have every right to block me. This weird guy is adding me on Facebook. I don't know him. I'm going to block him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've done it. Like, I'm not proud of it.
I mean, forget about trying to talk to people in public. That doesn't work anymore.
Pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not like I've messaged anybody. I have not. I've never done stuff like that. And
apparently you know my grandma. How's it going?
I'll send a friend request with the intention of possibly like starting a conversation along the lines of, hey, I think you look cool. Would you like to start a dialogue, or however normal people talk? And
yeah.
That's you don't really do that, especially if you have zero connection with that person.
Which is weird. Yeah.
I thought you'd continue on with that, which is weird. Yep.
there's no explanation. Like I like the word like. I just noticed it
titled like.
I mean, maybe it could be included in there somewhere. Point is, guys, I just wanted everybody to acknowledge maybe that they'd once been that guy, in quotes, so that even if you're a woman, you've been that guy, that creepy. Wow, this person's attractive. Let me just add them real quick. Oh no, they blocked me. Oh man. All right, moving on. Anyways,
I do want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like the entire middle section of this episode got a little off the rails. I want to say I want to try to bring the mood back down to where we usually have our podcasts on a good note.
Uh-huh.
Patrick, it is okay for you to say the things you have said. I forgive you. Do you feel the mood? Do you feel it?
I don't know. It just feels like you interrupted me. So
I know. Do you feel subjugated?
no, I don't. I started thinking about that Stone Sour song. Do you feel this? I'm dying to feel this. Anyways,
Is that Stone Sour?
I think so. Either that or Slipknot.
That's Slipknot. It's Blister Exists.
Listen,
I am all but what am I?
another number that isn't equal to any of you. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's The Blister Exists by Slipknot. Corey Taylor. Anyways, a stick figure with a bag of flour for a stomach, as he once described himself.
I just don't want people to think that I was genuinely mad at you. It was,
and I don't want people to think that I actually mean any of the things I said in relation to the horrible things I've said.
I want people to know that when we get animated like that, we're trying to be funny. We're trying
goofing.
To be comedic. We're goofing. We're having fun. I genuinely had fun during this podcast, but I had this feeling like, oh, people are probably going to listen to that and think he's actually mad. I'm not mad. I don't get mad anymore. I don't. There's nothing to be mad about. I am forgiveness.
Ever since I started strangling the neighbor's dogs.
Especially my current one.
Anyways, that's Alex's coping mechanism. Actually, I think pot's legal in Michigan, so that's probably what he's doing. He is forgiveness. I just wanted to say that I truly appreciate every one of you that's listening. We all come from different walks of life, and I appreciate you all coming together to listen to our podcast, listen to us rant and rave and spew complete randomness out of our faces. But we're really trying to build something here. Something solid and fun to do, and maybe something that can one day become our 9 to 5, and every one of you that comes here and they listen and they share us and tell people about us, or if you crack a laugh or laugh a crack a little bit, just hang in, because we have our good moments and our bad moments, because this is unedited. You get what you expect from us. That's all I really wanted to say there. Alex, do you have anything on your mind?
I hate you.
Yeah. I tell you that I'm going to kill you probably once a month. So.
Well, that's not believable. It's more like once a day.
Okay, it's more like once a week.
It's more like once a day.
Listen, just because I call you every night right before you go to sleep and whisper it in your ear doesn't mean I have intent. Doesn't mean I have intent. Okay?
I need to tell the world this. I talk to you more often than my parents and anyone else.
You talk to me more often?
Yeah.
Oh. I think we've touched on this before. So the way this works is we're depression buddies. I see it as a support system of sorts for venting our psychotic or crazy or off the wall thoughts to a person that's probably just going to say, "Hey, you're fucking out of your mind," and it's like, "Oh, right, thanks."
Well, I agree, but I don't like the term depression buddies. Because,
I don't either.
well, first off, it sounds gay. Secondly, not that there's anything wrong with that, but secondly,
it sounds like you were implying there's something wrong with that.
Well, it implies that if one of us or both of us weren't depressed, we wouldn't be talking to each other.
That's not true.
Exactly. So I would like to
that
say...
sounds gayer.
You said this a while ago, and we were joking, or you were joking, but
yeah,
it's kind of true in a weird way. It's like we have each other on our suicide watch or something.
Yeah, kind of.
And for the record, I don't think it's ever gotten that bad with either of us.
I don't know, man. That's maybe not for mainstream, huh?
Right. But I'm just saying, like, we're there for each other. And this podcast kind of came from that. Like, we've tried other projects before. I know we've said this before. They kind of just did not take off. But this is episode 16, and this is the furthest we've gone with anything, and it's feeling good.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Country road.
Your heart is true.
To the place I call home.
I belong, Alex. It's I belong. But you wouldn't get that. You're too short.
I don't really listen to country, so
I belong or I be short.
I don't care.
He be confused. All right.
I don't care.
So, Alex,
if you were dead or still alive, I don't care.
But genuinely, I think about this a lot because, we've touched on this before, but I genuinely wanted to kill Alex. Probably, what was it now? Years ago, obviously. Maybe.
I think it'd be about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, I had daydreams. Just getting so angry about certain things that I cooked up in my head about Alex. And there was a moment where I had I had a come to Jesus moment. And I fixed my brain a little bit, and I realized that none of this matters. I thought about all the things that I suspected you'd done, and then I thought to myself, but then again, why does it matter? Why are you mad? Like, it doesn't matter if he did X, Y, Z. Nothing's going to change that now, is basically what resolve I came to.
Right.
So I had to tell myself, Patrick, it literally, all your crazy thoughts about him and insert name here, it doesn't matter because you're going to deal with it regardless. You're not going to let it make you mad or have these thoughts anymore because it isn't healthy. And basically after that, obviously I went through some really catalyzing events with my personal life that gave me perspective. But I decided, yeah, you're right. I'm not going to let things fester and I'm not going to dwell, And I stopped just like that. And then, funny story, Alex and I got together on a joke.
On a joke?
With another one. Yeah, with another one of our friends, Roy. And
right. That night was actually one of the tipping points bringing us back together because we both kind of realized, wait,
we're fucking funny. Anyways,
we're funny, and I'm not going to divulge details because it doesn't sound like you are. But both kind of
not like personal details, but
right. But we both kind of realized that it wasn't just us, that this third person was kind of feeding the flames a bit.
Well, yeah, and creating.
At least from my perspective, this person was.
Yeah, this person who could have just said one thing or another and completely squashed it,
Yep.
kept it going, kept the questions in the air. Could have just given us some kind of like a resolution as opposed to, I don't know. I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's
Right.
like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep wondering then, I guess. Thanks.
I it it was just it was such a great night because I wasn't expecting anything. You guys invited me out, and then this other third person brought up this other person. I'm being vague. I suck at being vague, and
I can tell it.
it turned into this huge venting session, and then we all like drank a bit and
Pull the prank.
what
We pulled the prank.
we pulled a prank, yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was. I would like to take credit for the prank. It was my idea, I think.
wait, what was the prank again? I don't remember the prank.
You texted said third person that you see Roy and Patrick outside, and they've got weapons or they look angry. And then you didn't text said person back for, I think it was days.
I think it was like 2-3 days, yeah.
And said person,
And I did not post on Facebook or anything.
yeah, and that's dedication, folks. And then said person also messaged me asking what we had done or if we had done anything or what happened, very frantically. And then Alex and I's friendship was revitalized by comedy and deception and a dedication to a role.
And I think because I know some people are going to hear that thinking, "Oh, you guys were just doing some high school thing, blah, that's stupid." But in reality, this was like this is bonding. This is
I
yeah.
turned my absolute resolute hate. I turned that on a dime, and I said, "Alex, guess what? Let's fuck with her." And you were like, "Okay."
I was just like that. I thought I would have been like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it."
No, you're no. That's exactly how you were. You're like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it," because we we both came to that like, well, what was she saying to you? Well, what was she saying to you? Like, it's like, oh, no way, and it's like, yeah.
And then our third friend Roy, yeah, he was also like getting in on it a little bit too.
Yeah, he's like a hype man. Like, wow, yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, and it's like, yeah.
But in hindsight, I think he just wanted to hang out and drink. I think we kind of took over, but I don't care. I had fun.
Yeah, but that me and Roy back at that time were like guys in a buddy cop movie, Yeah, we were yeah, and this was long after high school, folks. This is probably like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and we've been out of high school for 6 or 7. So yeah, we should have known better. And I got there anyways.
But it's small. Like,
point is, I wanted to kill him at one time, and now again, he's one of those people that like is one of my top tier friends.
I think back at that whole thing, and it was just so weird. At least from my point of view. Because
savage thoughts I had.
I'll admit, during that time, I was naive. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then this third person kind of kept hinting at something. And I'm like, yeah, but nothing's going on. And this third person was, yeah, well, he thinks that and that. And I'm like, well, tell him that that's not the case. I shouldn't have to say anything. And you kind of should. I mean, if you value their friendship or whatever,
It was or
Yeah.
whatever for probably about 6 years. It was bouncing back and forth. And at one point, she said she wanted to have my ginger babies. So, yeah, very, very strange. It was a very strange or whatever. To avoid going into too much detail.
But to bring this to a conclusion, kinda,
Mm-hmm.
because I know some people are going to be hearing this and thinking, "Why are we talking about this?"
Because it's unedited.
It's unedited. Yeah, exactly. If it was truly unedited, we would say names and not whatever.
That's
But
different. That's respecting someone's privacy.
yeah, like bringing up the fact that I was anyway.
We didn't say any names, okay? It could have been anybody.
You know who my favorite actress is?
Who's that?
Emma Stone. Anyway, I think that we should bring this to a conclusion.
You know what my favorite expression is?
What?
You trying to fuck my wife?
The point I'm getting at is, me and Patrick are friends, and we've hashed out our shit. And if you guys have had a friendship similar to this, let us know. Because shit like that, it's priceless. It's especially when you got juicy shit like the prank that we pulled, and just us.
Well, I gotta give you one thing. I gotta give you a piece, okay? Just like this third person, when we were on a nice long drive, like we were on a vacation of sorts. This person hit me with one of these. I guess I'll have to marry you now.
What?
Yeah. See, she said, I guess so.
What?
Yeah.
Did she say it like in that tone?
Yeah. She felt so captivated by the surrealness of what we were doing. I guess the moment was just one of those that were where she felt like we had this sense of comfort together that is still unmatched, I guess, with anything else, in my opinion. This comfort with each other, which isn't necessarily what makes a relationship or anything, but it was nice. It was comfort, right? But yeah, she said it in that exact tone. I guess, we're going to stay together and all that stuff. And just before this vacation, her family was talking about babies and this and that, marriage and this and that. My brother-in-law, I was being called people's brother-in-law, and we go on this little thing, and then 2 weeks later, it's over. Nothing ever happens.
Wow.
And now there's a white dude with dreads involved. Anyways, that's beside the point.
But okay, before we can carry on, what's a typical douchebag white dread guy name? Because I don't even remember this guy's name, so we could say his name, and I'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one," and it would, yeah.
Chad.
No.
Vince.
Gabe. Yeah. Like the parents named him Gabe, not Gabriel.
Kevin. Except people call him Kev for short.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? I'm Kev. Yo, Kev.
Yeah. I play in a 2-piece band. We're punk.
I play a pan flute. It's pretty hardcore.
It's like Jethro Tull, but shittier.
Yeah. I just picked up some rocks in my garden, and I put them in a baggie, and I shake it around. It's quiet, but if you truly listen, you can hear it. But no, we've come a lot. Like I can't stress this enough. It is amazing to me, and I think about this to this day. It feels like I was a different person. It feels like I was a truly different person because I don't know how you can go from such visceral hate, like sincere hate for somebody, and then just go back to being it was like a light switch. These events that took place in my life set me straight through in the form of like a concussion, right? Not a literal concussion, but like an emotional. I was like, shit, nothing matters. And then I was like, wait a minute, if nothing matters, then why am I mad at Alex? And then I wasn't mad at Alex anymore. It was just simply like that. Yeah. Sometimes the bad. What?
Go ahead.
It's the bad things that happen to you sometimes help you in a way, psychologically. I had a very unhealthy way of coping and doing things, and now I don't as much.
It's funny that you brought up concussion.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I mentioned this in the video, in an episode, but we did a music video in high school, and blah 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 blah. We're doing the scene where I am running towards the camera, and Patrick is holding the camera, and he's running backwards, and he doesn't see this metal steel door behind him, and he just goes head first into the steel door, loud. And yeah, I thought he had a concussion.
I dented it with my head.
He dented the door, and I'm not lying when I say you did act a little weird the rest of the day.
Well, my head hurt a lot, but it was just the back of my head. No worries.
Now, I don't mean like, oh, ow, my head. I mean like the things you were saying were a little bit different. You weren't slurring. I didn't think you were having a stroke or anything, but I thought like.
I still wanted to kill you back then, though.
During the music video?
Maybe it was around the same time. Yeah. We hung out during the time I wanted to kill you. I know we did.
There was one time we did hang out,
and I was quiet.
Yeah, and that was the time I realized, oh wait, this actually is a situation. So, everyone, I want you to imagine a scenario where you are sitting in a truck with someone who
I had my car at that time.
Your car.
My intrigue.
Whatever. That you're sitting in a car. Someone who violently hates you. They're driving. And not much is being said. I don't even remember him picking me up. I just remember going, well, I think I got to get home now. And you going, and you just said, yep. And you dropped me off. We didn't even say bye or have a good night. You didn't kiss me good night.
Oh, that's so funny.
And
oh, God. I was messed up.
From that, I'm pretty sure we didn't talk for a few months.
We didn't talk for a long time, dude.
Was it like a year?
It might have been a year or two. Honestly, I remember hating you for a solid year.
And then you messaged me out of nowhere. I think you were back in town, and that's when we hung out with Roy.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. It was like the amount of hatred I had was so like I've never. I remember just smelling you. Like I would get triggered. you would leave your bottle in my car back before you had a vehicle. You would leave your bottles, like your Mountain Dew bottles, in my car.
I'm sorry.
And when you would get out, I could smell you. And I'd be like, that son of a bitch. That filthy son of a bitch. So it was and I'd be like, fuck, of course you left your bottle in here. Okay. I gotta go wash my car.
No, you know what you did? You know what you did?
What's that?
there was a couple times you would leave the fucking bottle and like you would leave it in the seat, and I would show up like, oh hey, like oh there's a bottle. He's like, yeah, that's your fucking bottle. Take care of it. Oh,
uh,
okay. And you'd be like, now, and I'd run inside, toss it in the trash.
I'm like, Alex, what's that look like to you? Oh, that's weird because I don't drink that.
Yeah, because I used to drink that crap Fago, and
Oh God, that's fucking hilarious. And then one time you stole Fago and you felt so bad.
I still feel bad about that. I think about
You're like,
that.
oh wait, did I pay for this?
Oh, one more story. One more story. I know we're past like the hour and a half mark. But
Yeah, we're long. We're going long.
One more story, and then we'll probably call it. Let's talk about the time I stole a Fago and we walked to Grand Ledge.
That was pretty awesome. Story. Yeah, that's how good our friendship used to be, or at least how it started. We walked 10 miles together just because.
Yeah, that was before the reckoning.
Yeah.
Well, I have a friend that lived in a town over 10 miles away, and we randomly thought, hey, let's go bug them. And we walked there.
That was before I had a car.
Yeah. And what's funny about that night, and there's like a one highway road straight into it, and we walked down it. We got stopped by 2 cop cars.
Oh, yeah.
The first one was because someone thought we were messing around in front of Art Van or something, a store.
Mattress, yeah, Plus or whatever.
And like we told the guy what we were doing. We were like, we're going to that town to fuck. We're going to Grand Ledge. It doesn't even matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. It could be 10 miles in a radius, so you're fine.
Yeah. We're going there to mess with a friend, and the guy's like, what? Hold on, can we see your IDs? And blah, blah, blah. And they're like, how far away? You're going to Grand Ledge? Yep. All right, well, be careful. And
we'll tell.
What?
He said we'll tell everybody else not to bother you.
And then we got another person.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. That was the Grest. It was the Grest with the G.
Do you want to tell that part?
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay. And this cop, he stops, shines his light at us, and is like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm just bored. Wanted to see what you guys are up to. Anything fun? It was kind of his attitude, like, you guys going anywhere or doing anything cool? Because I'm just really bored. Did I butcher it?
What made that hilarious was he seemed like the type of guy that if we said, hey, you want to help pull a prank on a friend, he probably would.
Oh, yeah, because he was bored as shit, that guy. He stopped us just to tell us he was bored. He's like, all right, well, have a good night. It's like, okay. Yeah.
I just thought that was a good story because we made it to the place. The friend was asleep.
Couldn't get him to open the door.
Nope. Because he and his dad were just passed out. And
drug addicts.
I was probably about over 300 pounds back then. And I looked at Patrick. I can't walk back.
So we had to sit there on the ground and wait for my dad to come pick us up. My dad's like, what are you doing in Grand Ledge?
You were honest with him, weren't you?
Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'll come pick you up.
He was chill. He seemed chill about it.
Well, the thing is he never had to worry about me getting in trouble because I have a fear about getting in trouble with the law. So I don't do anything that's illegal. And right. So he was always able to trust me, even if I was out late. He's like, okay, so where are you? And I was like, Grand Ledge. How'd you get to Grand Ledge? This is back before Uber, kiddies. We were like, oh, we walked. He goes, you walked to Grand Ledge? That's 10 miles. It's like, yeah, we were bored. It took 4 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
3.5 hours, 4 hours. It was like an arduous journey. We stopped at a store in between. And then we kept walking. It was like, we must get the gifts to the newborn son. You know, like it's what it felt like. It was just like a pilgrimage. You know? Oh my God. Good times though. Anyways, we went from that to me wanting to kill him.
Let me preface that story. I couldn't walk back because of chafing.
I knew you were going to say that word, and I was avoiding saying that word. That's just fine.
If you're a big guy, you know chafing. It ain't fun.
I was looking out for your health. That's the reason why I walked. I was like, you know what? Alex needs to exercise.
Yeah, but now I'm at a decent weight, so I'm happy.
Actually, it was funny because we kept looking at each other like, you want to keep going? And it was like, eh.
Well, we reached that one gas station, and we thought, I think I said like this is like the point to turn around if we really want to. And we're both, oh, let's just keep going. He'll be up.
Well, the fact is, if we would have turned around, it would have we were probably at the halfway point, I want to say. And it would have been the same distance anyways. I'm glad we didn't turn around. You know? It was a good experience. Good story. Hey, if you guys have any interesting stories, here we are plugging again. Put it in the comments. You can reach us on Facebook at Contact Unedited. And if you've listened to this point and you can put up with our absurdness, share it with your friends and you know, help us grow because we want to talk to you. We want that dialogue. We want to establish a relationship with our listeners purely so we know that we're not just screaming into the void. Even if we are, you know, we enjoy it. We genuinely enjoy this because it's a good venting process, you know.
And if you're listening to this on YouTube, comment, like down there. You can, if you don't want to comment there, you can comment on the Facebook, wherever else there's a comment section. We genuinely do want to hear from you. We will read the text. We'll read the comment. Yeah.
I regret a lot of things I've said in this podcast. But I imagine if I do this long enough, that's going to happen anyways. So I'm getting it all out of the way early. I
can't wait to talk about my relationship. I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah. What relationship?
The thing you brought up earlier.
Oh, that doesn't exist anymore. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to episode 16 of Unedited, and we will talk to you next time.